What's up? You are now listening. You are now watching the Word on Ski podcast. I go by the name of VersaceLaz. With me, as always, is G Lupe. And right
I
now,
hate the
we
name.
got special guest, the big dog, big homie. He stands at 6'10". Uh, my dog, Big Blade Brown. What's good?
Hey,
We
what's happening, man? What's happening? How y'all feeling out here?
Life is beautiful. I can never, ever complain.
Man,
Uh,
That's
Initially, when we had first started this podcast, it was real like newsy. Like we would talk about what was going on throughout the news and throughout the week. I'm not doing that no more. I'm exhausted. I'm exhausted. I wanted to get into at some point about the Rittenhouse verdict and the Ahmaud Arbery case and stuff like that. But it's like we just have a regular phone conversation with people because I'm really this is the outlet where I don't have to think too much.
okay,
Yeah.
that makes sense. I mean, cause it's a touchy subject right now. Either way, I mean, the Arbery case, that kind of ended how people wanted to end, if you understand what I mean. But I'm still, kind of hot about this Rittenhouse thing. But it makes sense, man, cause
There's really no
not.
evidence.
Right. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like, it made sense, man. It made sense. I mean, at the same time, they chasing him down. Yeah, he got a gun. They chasing him.
Mhm.
No, that makes sense. Not to even get into that whole, you know what I'm saying, thing. But
Yeah. I,
you
I,
know,
I know that in the court of public opinion, he guilty forever. Like, you know what I'm saying? But like in federal court, he Gucci. Like
yeah,
he's straight on that end. Like
yeah,
and that's the sucky part because as I watched the video initially around the time it happened, I'm like, oh, this nigga, they chased him down because he had shot somebody at first. And as I'm looking at it's just people just posting a bunch of stuff that don't. That's why people just posting a whole bunch of stuff on Facebook that ain't got nothing to do with it. It's like, oh, this and that person was yada yada you. That's why Kyle did it. He didn't know. He
right.
didn't know that they was this, that, and the other. But they think because these people was doing whatever the case may be that was justification for them getting shot. And it's just like I don't think that's legit. Like if somebody jaywalking, that don't mean that they should die.
Exactly.
So I mean, it's people got a real mixed way of looking at
Yeah.
everything. Like, nah, even if somebody doing
Yeah.
something ridiculous, that's what the trial is for. That's
Right.
what. So yeah, what is it saying that they got a right to a fair trial by a jury of their peers? And if you're just a regular person walking the street, you can't be judge, jury, and executioner as a regular person walking the street. You don't get paid for that.
Okay.
So like that was how I was looking at it. Like even though they say self defense, still no one had to die in any of those cases. Like no one had to die in the cow in Kyle Rittenhouse's joint. So to me, he's still a piece of garbage. I don't care how they look at it.
Yeah.
To me, that's just what it is.
I hear you. Yeah, because I feel the same way. But I mean, it is what it is, man. He got off, man.
Yeah.
He got off, man.
But the thing that's gonna kill me now is that like right wing media is like they found their new hero. That's the thing. Like that's it.
okay.
He
What's his last name?
Rittenhouse.
What's the origin of that last name?
White people.
Cause that last name that does not sound like a person's name.
It doesn't. It's like McGuire or
No, McGuire sounds like a fucking name. Rittenhouse? What?
Yeah.
Rittenhouse. Yeah,
Rittenhouse? That sounds
yeah.
like something I watch as a 5-year on PBS.
You're not lying. Like I can't. Next up
Yeah.
on 4 is Rittenhouse. I like
Yeah,
that show.
It sounds like correctional facility. Like, no,
I
not even a correctional. More like a mental facility. Like, keep it up. You gonna end up in Rittenhouse.
yeah, yeah.
recruited father at the Rittenhouse boy.
That's something you hear out of like a fucking comic book movie.
Honestly,
Right.
Like something out of Batman. Like they're gonna send you to Rittenhouse.
no, that's a
Yeah.
bad Netflix. That's a bad Netflix movie. Rittenhouse. That's what that sounds like to me.
So,
Where,
but no, like you
but
were saying,
Rittenhouse gang.
the Rittenhouse guy.
uh,
That sounds like a mafia now.
honestly,
He's Italian, is he?
no,
Probably.
he's all
Italian
sorts of
origins.
German, and
Probably.
then
Might be
this
German.
dude, like people on Facebook was like, "Oh, this is part of the reason why I deleted the app off my phone. I'm incredibly agitated with Facebook at this point." And these people was like, "Oh, he's a Latino. He doesn't even identify as white. I don't care what he identifies. His last name is Rittenhouse, Kyle
Yeah.
Rittenhouse. If anything, that name was meant for this kid to play hockey. That's kind of what that is for. So he doesn't even look even remotely Latino.
He's Latino.
That guy right there.
He's Latino.
No, that's what people on Facebook were saying. Like, oh, he's Hispanic.
He does not look anything like a fucking Hispanic at all.
I know.
And look at me. Like I look like white, but I'm Latino. Even compare me to him, I still look way more fucking Latino than he does.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely. I tell you what, if anything, he needs a fucking Grammy for that shit he did on the stand. I'm just saying, you know, we need Ye to defend him, you know, and be like, you know, Beyonce didn't have the best album. She had the best performance. What? Kyle Rittenhouse had the best performance. Shit.
When I saw that video, I was like, for sure they're going to convict this guy. But as soon as the weapon charge got dropped, I was like, oh, this guy.
I thought that to be honest, I thought they were gonna get him with that.
Honestly, yep. At least that. But once the weapon charge got dropped, I was like, oh yeah, it ain't not gonna happen.
Yeah, all you gotta do is be white and, you know, fake an anxiety attack, or I don't know if that was an anxiety attack or
He was like,
was it that the exact same thing when we got into that car accident with that white lady and like she was overreacting the whole thing, even though she hit us?
Exactly.
Yeah,
that's how they do it.
It's just like wow.
My neck was hurting that day. My neck was hurt, and that woman was just complaining like she hit us. That was
like up. Yo, like she was dying.
Wow.
Well, nothing wrong. She was walking perfectly fine. She was just like,
while everyone in the car that we were in, they're perfectly fine. Like you were hurting a little bit. Maybe my wrist was hurting a little bit, but besides that, like we were fine.
Still, it was not her fault. She was dying and she ran into us.
Yeah.
Caucasians.
She was texting and driving.
This is why
Yeah.
Had to be.
That's why I don't text. But
don't season the food. You know, that's what she was texting.
Don't season the food. Make sure you bring up the ants on the log. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you put extra mayonnaise on my turkey sandwich. Delicious. But one of the questions I want to get off that, but one of the questions I want to ask, and I asked you, Austin, the other day. Have you ever been used for the peen? Go.
I already said no, and there's no explanation after that. It's just no. Like there's no stories.
You don't even desire. You don't even desire it though. Like that's the thing. You don't even want to be used for it. You just.
Yeah, sometimes you just want to be used, and just not worry about it.
It's not fun. It's not fun.
But you gotta be in a different. You gotta be in the mindset of wanting to be used. If you don't want to be used, then it's like, of course you're not gonna be wanting to use. But if you're in the mindset of like, fuck it, like just use me, fuck it.
Yeah.
Nah, that hurt. See, last year, a little before last Halloween, I was working for my sister, you know, and I was messaging this girl back and forth on Bumble, and we kicked it. She came up from Waukegan. We kicked it up here. We went to the water, and things commenced. And after just it was a very intense few hours. And after that, you know, said initially she was like, oh yeah, you boo and all that stuff, yada yada you, and oh I can't wait to relationship. And after the sensuals, after the sensuals, after a few days, she dubbed me like completely just. So it's like
So so pretty much what you say, like she came and she and like the fog like went away and then she was thinking
basically,
clearly
yeah.
after.
She came and left.
Yeah.
That was kind of it. She came and left, and I and initially I was like, oh snap, like that I was I bad? Was I just not? It's like no, she just wanted that. Like she just wanted that.
Yeah,
Yeah, that hurt. Like you could have told me
yeah.
that. Like I would have been fine if you would have
But
just
but
told
but
me that.
All
but
the
I only
extra
think
shit.
I only think it hurt for you because you went in, wanting more. If you understand what I mean, you know what I mean. And she was only on that, so that was the only miscommunication. But I mean, I've been used for the pain, and it was weird because I wasn't the only one she was using for the ping. If you understand, you know what I mean. Like
Mhm.
I end up like rolling up on her and catching her, like you know what I'm saying, like being sensual, like not like intercourse, but just like being touchy feely with somebody else, and she didn't know I peeped it, and then I confronted her about it, and she was oh woo, woo. I'm like okay, so like you said that's what hurt me because like you said I ain't know what we was in this for, but then after that I kind of figured it out, so. I went to try to withhold the peen one night, and she was like, "Oh, you can leave. You can get up out of here." And I was like, "Whoa, like that just took a time right there." But I was with leaving. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I'm standing on what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? You gonna use me, or
Yeah,
you with me tonight? You know what I'm saying? What you gonna have? So yeah, I feel you, but all I had to do was tell her, "Yeah, I'm finna go then," and she was like, "Oh, never mind." And then I got to use her for the for the for the
she
services.
she he put up the reverse Uno card.
Yeah,
yeah,
like
man.
that's
Mhm.
all right. Just let me out then. I was slutting you out at first, but just let me out
Man, I was at work and I was thinking about it because I've been used a few times in that aspect, and I'm just like the last time I got it, I didn't want it, but I still got used for it, and in turn, it was not good on my end.
now.
So it
Yeah,
definitely was not good on her end. So,
yeah,
but like so so initially like 4th of July, like I said, I think I told you this. She invited me over for the ribs in the for the barbecue and the fireworks, and she I went there. There were no barbecue, no fireworks. It was bad pizza, and hired dealing with the clients, and I wasn't in it. I wasn't there for it. I wanted to go to sleep, and I was tired. And you know what I'm saying? When she aggressively just grabbed my waistband and just pulled me between her, I was like, "Yeah, this ain't gonna work for me."
yeah,
So, so I
yeah.
was just, so I was just like, I gave it to her a week. It was a week night for me. I was like, I'm not doing this. I didn't feel like it. So she tried to use me for it, but in turn, it just turned out to be a very lazy night.
Yeah.
I just didn't want to do it.
A very
I
boring
And
night.
just
and and the easy way to cut ties. Shit.
honestly, she hasn't hit me up since, and I'm
Yeah.
okay with that. Like because for some reason it was the same. It was the same deal. You know what I'm saying? Oh, she was coming to pick me up after work. You know what I'm saying? We was kicking it. Yada yada. You it was always on some like, oh, I want you to be baby boo and yada yada. You and then what it turns out she wanted. I gave it to her the way that I guess she didn't like it. And I'm cool with that, you know what I'm saying? And she did the dip, and I'm cool with that. Do the dip if you want to, but I'm not. Don't lie to me about just wanting a pee. I can give it to you. Just you don't have to try to relationship me to. Women are niggas. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna say
Yeah.
that. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. But if you just start giving them just the peen and just leave it at that, guarantee you, fam, they gon' they gonna give you that attention. Then like, wait a minute, he just trying. Then it's gonna be, well, I want to be in a relationship. You know, like, oh, that's what I had to do. Just put the pound game on something serious and leave every time I got done. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. Here's the thing. I don't even want to give him the peen no more. I just want to be done. I want to I want to walk away from it because, like, when I was celibate, I got what I wanted. I got a friend. I got a companion. I got someone to kick it with. But when I was like, you know what, I could probably bring it into it. You know what I'm saying? I could probably, you know what I'm saying, be sensual. Nope. Yeah. Bad idea.
but I've been used maybe a few more other times, but I enjoyed it. It was
Hey, I can't even lie. I enjoyed it too. But like, still.
Wait,
But still.
wait, hold up. Is remember the story with chick in the locker rooms? Well, when me and my homie pretty much made out with the same girl at the same time.
okay.
What?
I told you this
When?
like 4 times.
Oh my god.
This was back like in freshman year.
Okay, yeah, I didn't
It's
know
the
you
chick
then.
that
All
bit
right.
me, like left me a mark in my
Oh
neck.
yeah, you told me about her. Yeah.
Yeah, is that kind of being used? Cause
Um,
she had a man, I think.
yeah,
Yeah.
kind of, sort of. I mean, was y'all still kicking it after, or was it just on
Somewhat.
that?
I let her bit me in my arm the next time, but that was more
Yeah,
of me trying to flex because she was trying to like say that I bet you that hurt. I was like, oh, that didn't hurt. It's like for real. It's like, let me bite you again. It's like, okay, and then I let her bite me in my arm, and it didn't hurt.
yeah. You got
Yeah.
Besides that,
Yeah.
you got
Yeah.
you,
That's yeah.
yeah. You got used and you
Yeah.
got vampired on. You got
Yeah.
this was still in school.
Yeah.
We're in the building.
Yeah.
you was
That's
wild.
definitely yeah.
No, then yeah,
I
that,
Because
couldn't be me.
I'd have been like, never mind, bitch. Yeah.
that
I can't. I want
was
to.
my ego though talking when I let her bite me the second time. It's like nah, fuck
Yeah,
that,
definitely.
do it.
Yeah. Yeah. Cause the second time it's like, oh yes, she gonna roll with it this time.
But now
High
we're
key, I want
cool.
to be
We're cool
used.
after
Yeah.
after I moved to
Yeah.
Milwaukee, like we're still cool. Yeah.
Okay.
I want to be used in that aspect. I want to not even for just like the pound, but like if a girl just says, "Hey, I'm bored. Let me come over and let's just make out." That
You with that?
yeah, use me for that. Like it ain't gotta. You didn't even gotta go past that. Honestly, because I don't know. I just like kissing. So like if a girl just says like, "Yo, let's come, let me come over," and then saying let's get some kissing going, and then I can leave. Cool.
Is it the
All right.
fact that like while you kissing is like it could go further, or if you don't want it to go further, you could just like not go further.
Exactly.
It,
Exactly.
it's like a middle
It can
ground.
either go further than that or it can just stick to exactly that level. So, and I'm gonna do I take everything at face value. So if a girl says, "Oh, we just gonna kiss," I'm not gonna try to take it that far. I look at her. It's like whatever you decide to do after the kissing, we gonna run with that. And it's been a few instances to where it was just initially some kissing, and then it turned into some
More.
eating. Yeah, it
It went from
it
kissing
went
to
to like
a buffet.
basically it went to eating to some kissing to
I
eating
like
to
that. I like
You
that.
went from some appetizers to like the main course,
exactly.
Yeah.
You
and
know what
then
I'm
you had
saying?
Yeah.
dessert. Like you weren't expecting dessert, but like
Not even like it went from a glass of water all the way to a main course in about a 15-minute time span. Like it's kind of just like weird,
You
but
with the butter and them rolls like
oh
really
god,
fast.
listen,
Like
butter them real fast,
right away.
butter them good as a mug. But yeah, that
I
was.
hear you. I hear you, big. I hear you, son. I mean, that's life, man. Yeah, everybody gonna go through it. But like you said, I'm with you on that. the kissing thing. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know if I'm with it if I ain't with you. Like if we don't fuck around, like you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Cause I don't know what you be on. Like you said, it's some females that's like men out here, man, and you don't know what they mouth been on.
Like have a third world herpes just chilling right in the
Man,
inside of their mouth. Y'all
man,
nasty.
Do you
you
know
don't
like
want to be on.
the statistic of like how many people have like herpes of the mouth? Pretty much
Ooh.
almost everybody.
Nope,
Pretty
not
much.
I. Says cat, not I.
Cause
Nope,
there's different types of herpes.
yeah, and that's just like fecal matter. It's like everywhere, fam. You know the percentage of fecal matter just on the natural surface that you touch every day. Like it's a percentage of shit there all the time.
But it's not dead. Like that one's not deadly.
Look at this nigga.
It's the exact same thing when I told them that there's a way for females to fuck guys with just their pussy, and it's called the Amazonian position.
Okay.
And like the late like the woman has you like between her, like with your legs open while she's fucking with pussy.
I've seen some shit like that.
Yeah. And then he got scared. For a second. It's like, wait, what? What's going on? Women be fucking dudes?
That is because like we I think they did that in like what is it? Mike and Dave Need Wedding Dates, right? That scene with Aubrey Plaza and what's this guy? The dude from Workaholics.
Which
he
one?
Was in the short one. The short dude.
Okay.
Yeah, he was. I think in like about close to the ending of the movie, like they showed a clip of them in a barn, and she was doing that to him. And even watching the movie, I was like, this is the most confusing thing I've ever seen in my life. Because I never ever thought I would see something like that. And as I get older, I'm just like, I still don't think I could try that. I still don't think I should. That would be a weird thing to walk in on.
Man, I mean, I think I might run that past my wife.
Hey, something new.
Hey, I'm just saying. You know,
put out.
What you mean? I mean, no. See, first of all, I got to be comfortable with it because could you imagine my big 6'4", 6'3", 6'4" ass with my legs in the air? Come on, man. It's not gonna look right, but
that's gonna
I'm
look,
willing to
look
try
crazy.
this here. Cause I mean, hey,
Listen, you're gonna have to put the dresser on the door because like that'd be a sight to walk in on. Just like this was 6.
Yeah. Have you seen that video? Also, with the woman picks up the dude and sits like she pulls her up.
Oh yeah, I see.
And then he feels uncomfortable. He's like, nah, don't be doing that shit.
Yeah, I did see that. He's like, fuck off me. I don't even want to fuck no more.
I can't even lie to you. I probably would be with that. I like an aggressive woman.
Me too.
It's like,
if you want it.
Don't spit on me, but like you know what I'm saying. You can pick me up if you want to. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, hell no. Don't pick me up. I'm 230, almost 40. Yeah. You pick me up, you damn near my size.
She's stronger than you, and she could do something to you.
Man, shit. No. Talking about some nigga, come on.
You ever had interest in before you were married, clearly, but like you ever had interest in a woman that was taller than you? Like I'm talking like freaking 6'6", 6'10", whatever. I'm talking like Maria Sharapova level height. Like,
nah, B. Nah, I couldn't even imagine that, man. That's too much. Too many. Man, that's too much, man. To all them legs. Yeah, man. That's I don't know, man. I don't know what to say. If she's taller than me, that's gonna be one tall.
To you, that sounds bad. To me, that's a party.
Right. Right. You know, when you 5 feet and shit, you know,
Hey, put some respect on my height.
I mean, I ain't saying 5 foot even, man. I'm just saying in general. Like when you're 5'6",
7.
5'7", and you
On a
roll
good day.
into a 5'10", 5'11" chick, you like, oh yeah, this is gonna be a party right here. But not no 6'6" chick. I'd be like, wait a minute, this the one y'all want me to holler at?
Don't people
No.
aren't like the only people that kind of do that is like people that are thinking about their kids and wanting to be like athletes. So like they're like, okay, I'm 6'5". If my wife's about 6'5" too, then it's like kids could probably be tall as fuck.
Yeah.
To the league and stuff like that.
Yeah. But it's double jeopardy though, because then you have this big 7-foot goofy son of a bitch that can't even ball. You like, God damn it.
You're gonna hit the lottery.
Honestly,
like,
this
the
big,
lottery.
tall, lanky spider dude, and you just wonder,
And no offense to anybody that's gay or anything, but then he's gay. He don't even want to play ball. He want to be a model or something. You like,
just like get your lanky self on the runway. But either way, you
like,
making money. Like
you 7'5". Like, stop playing with me, man.
I would be shocked if I date a girl that's like 5'4", 5'3", and then we have a kid, and that kid is like 6, friggin' your height, 6'4", 6'3". I'm gonna wonder how did you sleep with a mailman? Like how did this go? Like how does this even happen? I would take so many tests wondering how, like if your daughter was like if your like I don't know how tall your wife is, but like if your daughter was let's say your wife was like freaking 5'11" or something like that, and your daughter stands at exactly 5'1", you're gonna question a lot of stuff. You're gonna start questioning life.
I mean, I'm questioning it now. You know what I'm saying? I think wifey is like 5'8". So, and then they 6 and 5 right now. So, to me, I mean, I look at a lot of the kids that they in school or go to daycare with, and they a lot of times are bigger than these other kids, and I'm already thinking about it because I knew some girls that one of my homeboys had. I ain't gonna say their names, but man, they was some big bitches, man. Size 12 in men's and shit. And I'm like, I don't want that for them. That's what I don't want. I don't want them wearing men's sizes. I want them to stay cute.
Women, you gonna get approached a lot more because short dudes got the most confidence. I swear. Get a short king will walk up to a tall woman and shoot the shot. They gonna try to dunk. They gonna lay up or something. They gonna do something.
Hey, you right. You right.
So,
hey, because y'all shouldn't, lose any confidence at all. Because, that don't stop you from, shooting your shot, man. I know, hey, Spud Webb could dunk, fam. So, hey, why?
and if we take me to football, best believe I'm gonna touch down. I'm gonna do what I can.
Yeah, you got to put it down though, because I know you. Somebody calling me. No, this is not how this goes. Let's decline that. But I know you, Zoe. It's like you'll fuck around and I don't know if you still with the celibate thing, but I know
Oh yeah, I'm back on it.
Here we go, man. See, and I know you was.
Give him a year.
I know you. I know you
forget
was
about
on
it.
Thumper for a while. I know you was on Thumper for a while.
Listen, dude. Every message I was sending. Look, I posted a story on my Snapchat the other day, and I want to get y'all insight on this real quick. So I posted a story on my Snapchat. I said, if someone tells you I'm not ready for a relationship, I don't want to be with anybody, walk away. Let them go. Because if you don't and you think, oh, I can probably change their mind, I can get them to love me,
That sounds like a
and
lot
it
of
don't
work.
happen, Huh?
That sounds like a lot of work trying to get somebody to be in a relationship with when they don't want to. That's a lot of
Exactly.
energy
And
that
it's
you
just
could
like,
use for something else.
exactly. And I said, walk away before you end up crying in a 2011 Honda Accord, listening to Adele or Summer Walker, knowing good and well they already told you the
Not,
truth.
not
So,
some Walker, dog.
yes. So, so I posted that story. Not even probably 3 hours later. I checked my phone, and it's a barrage of messages. And one of the girls said, I slid over, and it said, "Well, just to let you know, I'm ready for a relationship." Winky face, kissy face emoji. When I tell you, I never left something on scene so fast. Because
I mean,
I
she said
I
relationship, wiki face. So does that mean like a
she said
sexual
I'm ready. She
relationship?
said I'm listen. Either way, I don't want either one. That's my
Okay.
thing. So, what do y'all think of what I said? Like, what do y'all think of what I said?
You left her on blank. You said
No, I left
you
it
didn't say
on.
anything.
Some from what I said
You
on the
didn't say
story.
nothing.
What I said on the story. Like, what do you like? What would you say to
Like I
that?
said, it sounds like a lot of work. Trying to get
Yeah,
somebody to fucking be in trying to get somebody to be in a relationship when they don't want to. Just sounds like a lot of work. And
yeah,
you know
like
me
and
and
like
work.
yeah, and like you said, it's probably time to run, man. Because us as men, I don't think a lot of men, really be screening these women that they be, what I'm saying, courting with. They just be like, oh, I like her because she got the buns, or she cute, or she got money, or she, whatever the case may be. They don't screen them because they like, well, she'll bust your windows, or she can't suck dick, or I mean, I'm sorry, that maybe that's not a good.
Hey,
Nah,
it
Oh,
works.
you would
We
double chick because
understand.
she can't do that. You will tell her like, nah, no relationship for you. You can't do it right.
right. You can't make pancakes. You always forget the syrup. Like,
I mean,
no.
it's his preference. It's not like there's somebody out there that will love her for like her blowjob
Yeah.
skills.
And her
Yeah.
bad pancake skills. You know what I'm saying? They
Yeah.
clearly ain't never had good breakfast. Because for breakfast, if you're not making me French toast, I don't want you.
See? See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? He is demanding French toast, ladies. French
Right.
toast in the AM.
French toast and you
Right.
rub my back at night. That's kind of how I
Yep.
want it to
Yep.
go.
Sexy
Nah,
shit.
because I've seen it. I've seen it play out a lot. Not even with myself. Well, a few times with me, and then a lot with like my female friends. I hear them say like, "Oh, he sometimes he takes a long time to answer my messages, or he giving off this vibe that maybe he's just not interested." Run with it. Run with the vibe. Because if you don't, you'll end up sitting there questioning. Well, one, I would be tired of hearing about it. It's just like run with the vibe. Like, don't. If you got to question whether or not somebody is into you, or somebody, or where somebody's head is at, you probably shouldn't be communicating with them. You probably shouldn't be talking to them, especially if they dubbing you, leaving you on red, or if they told you straight up like, "Yo, I don't want a relationship right now." They're not playing hard to get. They're
Right.
not just trying to see what you're gonna say. They're just like, "No, I don't want to do this. So let me go." And some
Right.
people are just like, "Oh no, I'll stick it out. Maybe this is a test. She wants me to fight for this relationship." No, she wants to go do her. And now you sitting here mad because this girl done dubbed you, and now she's partaking in John, Rick, Jason, Felipe, and Francisco, and now you crying in your Acura because Stephanie won't return your call. She already said she didn't want to be with you, and now
She
you
said,
mad.
Yo,
Like,
next time, ask them how well they did on tests in schools, and if they failed most of the time, that means they should that test they're gonna fail it.
yeah.
And just
explain, because I did not get that.
you didn't get that because you said it. You
No.
say, "Oh, maybe this is a test." Like if you suck that test at school, what's gonna say that you're gonna ace this test?
That's true. That's a
You know what I'm saying? Because motherfuckers be learning off of experience. At
Yeah,
least I hope that's
yeah,
what they
you
doing.
need to be learning. If you're not learning like from it, then there's like, well, then what are you doing?
But I mean, it's people that's literally not learning off of experience. Like if you go through something and you fight your way through it to come out of it, that should teach you or give you that lesson. Like, okay, now I know what not to do. You know
Mhm.
what I'm saying? Even if you don't end up going back through that same situation again, you know what to do to keep you out of that situation and what will get you through that situation.
Yep.
But a lot of these young cats that we deal with, I'm sorry, so
What you finna
but
say, dog?
it's some 20-year-old cats that just they ain't really became adults yet, if you understand what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I
No,
mean? Like they ain't really been through nothing because moms now still look out for them, and I'm just keeping that shit you know as ill as I can, and that's the problem, man. We need people that's out here getting the experience. You know what I mean? Whether it's life experience, job, you know what I'm saying, experience, relationship experience, and it's all essential. Communication experience, because that's essential. Because
Yeah.
us, doing this right now, this is like shit that a lot of other motherfuckers can't do, or a lot of people that just can't, muster up the words to do. They can't have some of these conversations.
it's because some people actively choose not to evolve. Life is about evolution, right?
Yeah, yeah,
So you
But some
you
people
have to,
don't learn that. They
yeah,
think
yeah,
they think it's just like staying where they're at is like
yeah.
the most safest thing to do.
Some people are just no, or either that, or some people are just like content to be in
Or
the same spot forever.
or they
You
don't
know?
see other
yeah,
people like
Yeah.
evolve or anything. They
Mhm.
just see everything the same. So like they s- look at it the same, stay the same. If you're not seeing other
Yeah.
people like moving, fucking chasing something or anything, you're not gonna see that. So you're just gonna stay
yeah.
where you at. You're gonna keep doing what the people around you are doing. So if you're just around people that are not doing anything, then you're not gonna do anything.
Yeah.
Mm,
Like if a kid grows up and see his mom in Section 8 housing and living on food stamps and
That's
all that
life.
and the other, to them that's life.
Yeah, that's
They don't
right.
see
That's
no
life.
other way of going about it because they done been their moms have been like that since they're 18. The moms didn't want to grow. So like that's kind of
It's like if you grow up around drug dealers, like that's gonna be what you want to do when you get older, because pretty much that's all you see.
yeah, yeah. Same thing as if you see your mom and your dad work their whole life,
Yeah.
and they finally buy that house and they buy that car that they wanted. A lot of people they see that and they learn from that. That's experience.
Mhm.
That's what I'm saying. It's being passed down to you, but a lot of people don't accept it. They be like, "Oh, you ain't gonna tell me what to do." Like I ain't trying to. I'm just telling you what's real, what's ill out here.
like you can have the most potential in the world, and if you're not putting in the hard work to even monetize, like not even to elevate yourself, you know what I'm saying? You that potential ain't gonna mean nothing at the end of the day because it's just gonna sit there. You
Yeah,
sitting on your potential, you sitting on your talent, and you're not working hard to get to move above and beyond. So it's like if you don't use it, you're gonna lose it. So
yeah,
eventually, like that talent and that ambition that's gonna be gone, you're just gonna be content with just living the life that you live. And some people don't see anything wrong with that. That's a sad part to me. Like some people don't see anything wrong with, and this is not a knock to anybody in Section 8 housing or whatever the case may be, like because everybody needs a stepping stone. But if you stick on that, if you just sit on that stone forever and you don't move or you don't try to, you know, not even like walk the same path, but to like even go like down a different trail, you're
yeah,
you gonna stick in the same spot and you gonna look next thing you know 30, 40 years past, you're just like, oh snap, what have I done?
yeah,
Nothing, because you decided to sit there.
yeah, yeah. That's
That's
why
that.
I advise anybody that's looking to be in a relationship, or anything of that nature, I would say your best bet is to screen these people. You know what I'm saying, and make sure that that's what you want to be doing. Cause you never know, man. I've seen crime shows where uh this dude, he's messing with this chick or whatever. He likes her so much, the next thing he throws out, marriage, and now they married, and then they've been messing around for 8 years, but now they married after 10 years, and 2 years into the marriage, now he whooping her ass, and
Yep.
you like, wait, why you wait so long to start want to whoop her up? But that's just how some motherfuckers think. That's how they operate. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
you got to know. As a female, as a male, you got to know what you getting yourself into. Especially if they got kids or whatnot. You got to know what you getting yourself into. She might have a kid that's hustling. He might have bricks all in the house. You up in there sleep. You know what I'm saying?
No, cops don't run through. Boom, knock the door down. Next thing you know, you in jail with Pookie. And it's like,
Yeah,
it's not
you know what I'm
where
saying?
it should go.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because you didn't screen and you knew he was doing this. You just like, oh, little Pookie getting that money. Nah, nigga, it ain't cool. You know what I'm saying? Think about it's because I'm in my 40s, man. 42. I'm finna be 42 years old, and I know cats that's still with the shit, man. They like, I'm 22. They even though they 42, I know some 50-year-old motherfuckers that still. You know what I'm saying, with the shit, man. It's like, that's crazy.
It's like, they ain't grown up yet. That's
It's crazy.
ridiculously sad. Hopefully they
Um,
not. You know that old dude from Don't Be a Menace?
yeah.
You know how he was like, freaking, what was he, 50 or 60, still living with his moms? Please tell me they're not like that. Like, please tell me they're not like those.
I
Like that.
mean, they are kind of like that. And if they ain't living with moms, they living with somebody, you know what I'm saying? And they ain't owning or renting their own shit, which I ain't knocking. I'm just saying, like you said, like, if you stay on that same stone and you don't never, what I'm saying, advance to the next one, then you gonna be right there. Like, and a lot of them, they got on that stone in the '90s, thinking like, oh yeah, I could sell a little narcotic or whatever, and I'll be good forever. And a lot of them either didn't make it that far, they didn't get it up that much, or went to jail, all that. And
'Cause
it really,
I see, I see dudes that when I got in this neighborhood when I was 6, I see the same dudes selling the same drugs. You know what I'm saying? Just doing what they was doing 20 years ago. So
yeah,
it's sad, you know.
yeah, yeah.
And they see me, it's like, oh man, it's you. It's like, why are you still here? Go do something else.
They ain't got nowhere else to go, man. And they ain't never had no goals set to do nothing else. This is what they purpose was. You know what I'm saying? What's funny to me is when you got cats that don't want to listen to none of that. They don't want to hear none of that. They
Oh
just
yeah,
think, you like you downing them. All I
exactly.
want you to do is do better for yourself, not for me. Don't do it for me.
Bro, you got kids.
Right,
Jeez, like,
right.
at least make right with your baby mama, and then like y'all elevate together. But it's like, uh, sad because some people just don't see the wrong or like the blatant idiocracy, like the idiots, anything that they're doing, like anything that they do. It's like, oh, this is like what I'm doing is right. Well, how you doing is wrong. Like, no, you are doing this, that, and the other. When the way that you're doing it is wrong because you've been doing this, that, and the other for 26 years, and you ain't done nothing else. Like,
We're just going in
if
circles.
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah. Okay, so
It's,
let me ask y'all this then.
mm,
What y'all think about this whole like non-snitching culture? Like, don't you think like um if you're like like okay, both of y'all at home, and let's say both of y'all got Ring doorbells or whatever, and a crime is committed right in front of y'all house. Do y'all feel like, what I'm saying, if the police knock on the door, y'all feel like y'all obligated to be like, well, yeah, I seen this, or I got it recorded on my ring?
If it resulted in a death, yes.
What you
Anyone
think?
who's in,
Wait, well, it depends. Because what my rule when like with snitches, like if you tell me not to tell anybody, I won't tell anybody. If you don't tell me not to tell anybody, I'm gonna tell somebody. Because it's not recorded in my head saying, oh yeah, this person told me not to, so like okay, I'm gonna not to. But if you didn't tell me, it might slip.
Yeah.
But overall, if it's like a
I
murder or something like that, if I don't know what's like if it's like something like that, then it's a like you gotta do something. If you caught
Yeah.
something with your camera, might as well. But if it's like little low like snitching, like if you tell me not to, I'm not gonna snitch. I'm gonna try my best to like slide it. But if you don't tell me to stay quiet, it might slip. If somebody asks, it might slip.
Then you better than me, because it might slip either way. Hey, it's just
Because
me.
at least it's in my head. Like, oh, the person's voice is in my head. It's like don't say it. It's like then I'll be like, okay. But if that voice isn't in my head, it might slip. I'll be like, oh yeah, da 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 da.
Yeah, see, I gotta agree with both of y'all, because it's like if it's some serious shit, like, oh, it was a homicide, or maybe even not even, homicide. Like, for instance, my mom got a Ring doorbell, and she caught the people that ran into her, her vehicle. Now her vehicle is parked, y'all,
Mm-hmm.
and somebody came, because she lives right off the freeway, right off I-43. And a lot of people drive real fast around that area, getting on the freeway, not even getting on the freeway, just going down A Street. But anyway, somebody tore a car off, pushed it all the way up on the lawn and everything, right? Totally.
Mm-hmm.
But if she didn't catch that stuff on that Ring doorbell, she probably would have been fucked. You know what I mean?
in
And
that case, I don't call
That's
that
not
snitching.
snitching.
That's not snitching.
That's like you fucked up my shit.
That's
Fuck
my
you.
yeah,
property. So now you're
yeah,
gonna get got.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
it,
yeah.
in a
But
way, I
then,
look. Mm,
what? Go ahead.
I mean, I look at snitching like if let's say me and you, let's say one of us had ran in somewhere, and you know what I'm saying, or you and somebody else, or me and somebody else had ran into somebody's crib, and then me and you was just walking the street one day, and then somebody recognizes one of us, and it's like, oh, then the cops they call yada yada you. If I didn't do it, if I was nowhere near, if I wasn't involved, I'm gonna tell them it wasn't me, and I'm gonna expect my homie, the person who actually did it, to say like, oh, he didn't, because I shouldn't even get to that point of snitching. I shouldn't
Right.
have to get to that point. You should be like, yo, he wasn't involved in it. It was me and somebody else. You know what I'm saying? Like, let I shouldn't get to the point of saying, oh no, it wasn't me. It was yada yada. You no, you supposed to let them know I'm not in this. I
Mhm.
no.
If you
So
get
Yeah.
if it comes down to that, I'm gonna get me away, because if I didn't have nothing to do with it, I don't. That's the only time where I would be like, yo, no, it was blah 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 blah. It was him and her, and I'm gonna go forth and get myself out of it. Especially if I ain't got nothing to do with it.
like to
Right.
me, it's like if you get caught red-handed, it's just like you got caught. What
Yeah.
else? It's like you're gonna try your best not to, and then if you get caught, you're gonna be mad at your friend, like
Yeah.
because you got caught. It's like no, you got caught because you got caught.
I ain't
Yeah.
You
doing
can't be
time
mad.
for
It's like
nobody.
you got to understand like what you did. These stuff could happen. So
Yeah.
if you're not thinking that far away before you do the thing, then why are you doing the thing?
Exactly.
Like
Like,
if you understand what's gonna happen and get caught, and you're still gonna do it because you're already like comfortable of knowing that if I get caught, I'm gonna end up in jail or something, then do it. But don't get mad. when you get caught. You get caught. You get caught.
Like if someone said like, "Oh, you're gonna do 25 to life if you don't tell me," especially if you don't got nothing to do with it, it's like, "Oh, you're gonna do 25 to life if you don't give up." I'm not. That's my life. I'm not about to sit because when 25 to life. First of all, y'all gonna forget that I'm even in there. I'm not gonna get letters. I'm not gonna put money in my books. And then when I get, I don't care. That's the respect for not snitching. Ain't nothing compared to freedom. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make sure that I'm free. Y'all can call me what you want. I'm a free man. I'm gonna walk the streets freely.
But that's
Just
only if
because
you weren't part of it. If you weren't part
if,
of it, then
especially if I want,
yeah, if you weren't part of it,
to do
then
with it,
it's no point. Now, if you're a part of it, then I guess there's different rules towards it.
I guess so.
If you got like something with your homies or stuff like that, but that's with them. But overall, like, why go to jail for like, something you didn't do?
Right.
I'm not in the street life, so I don't claim to be in the street life. I don't adhere to the no snitching code. And like so one, I'm not gonna snitch, but at the same time, don't get me involved in something you know that I was never in. Like if it's your mess, that's your mess, not mine. Like make sure you keep that away from me. Like if you got bricks, knowingly got bricks or something in your trunk you shouldn't have, take it out the car before you pick me up. Or let me know that it's there so I know how to move. I will get out and walk home before I even have to deal with a situation like that. I'm not trying to be involved in this.
Right. And that just brings me back to the reason why I even said that. And that's just to speak on the 6ix9ine character, the whole Tekashi 6ix9ine thing. You know, I had this debate with several people, and they was like, "Oh, you know, he don't deserve." Well, I ain't gonna say everybody said that, but it was a percentage of people that was like, "Well, he don't deserve to, go to jail for what they did." And I'm like, man, they paid him to do that.
Yeah,
he was part of that.
He was involved. He was involved.
He knew what the consequences was gonna be. He got RICO charges. Come on, man. If you wasn't a part of nothing, how you get RICO charges then? Come on, man.
Fact. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So,
and then you snitched on everybody. So, I don't know.
That's a situation of like a person they believe, like, well, his homies, like, believe that like if situation like this happened, like he wouldn't have snitched or anything. But like overall, it's like no.
He took the money over. He took the money over the homeboys. He took the money. He did. He took the money over the homeboys, man. And if you want to say his freedom, but I got to word it the way I worded, and I said he took the money because it wasn't about his freedom.
Yep.
Yeah.
He could have had money while he was in jail. You know what I'm saying? And he was gonna get out. It wasn't like he was finna, do the rest of his life or nothing.
Like Bobby Shmurda really adheres to that to the street.
Because he understood what would happen. I think
it's
I
real.
Think he
it's
already
real.
had it in his head, like, yo, what we did, and never get caught. This is gonna happen.
It's real different when you play gangster and then when you actually gangster.
Yeah.
Like Tekashi is definitely was and still is putting on a character. So when it came down to it, he flipped like a pancake.
I think at this point, I don't think it's a character because I think he's played the character so long that he formed into that character, and that
he
now
genuinely
that's him.
believed it. The same thing like Tupac. Same thing with Tupac. He wanted to. Same thing like Tupac played Bishop and Juice, and he really held on to that character.
But I think with Tupac, it also like some part of it was probably also anger within like how things were going, so that probably fueled him to like for that character. Like he probably was actually like
he got so hooked onto his character it led to his death. And I don't wish death upon people, but it's like if 6ix9ine really is continuing to hold on to his character, it's gonna lead to something. It already did lead to something bad. It can always get worse. Like it go from bad to worse
real quick.
pretty fast.
No. Yeah, when it comes to that, that's why I don't really like. I understand it, but like, I'm not in it.
Yeah.
Like at least understanding it. Like, well, I grew up watching like I grew up well in L.A. The area was it's just knowing stuff like just knowing like the gangs. There was like a gang like 4 blocks down, down right, then another gang down 4 blocks down way. Just like my homies just like teaching me like this happens, this happens. If a car rolls by with no lights on, that means you get the fuck inside the house because you don't know what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
It's just understanding all of that, but
Yeah.
never getting into it because it would have been for me. It would have been easy because I've always hanged around like in school because like I talked to a lot of people and some of the people I knew were like like fucking cholos like fucking like gangsters whatever. But like they're like the next generation happening, so like they were hanging out with like actual fucking like people like that, or their family was part of it. Like it would have been easy for me to join anything, but like it was never. I just never wanted. And then
Yeah.
selling drugs too. Like all my homies sold drugs. Like I could have sold drugs easily, but I didn't.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's all about what you what you want to make out of your own life. You know,
Mhm.
you can have homeboys doing some of everything, you know what I'm saying? But what you gonna do? You know what I'm saying? Like you can't always follow the crowd. That's what I started learning, you know, after a while. Like, all right, just be you. And
Mhm.
I understand what being you is. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like,
Yeah.
it's
And like,
just
and then luckily my homies were like that. Like they were selling drugs stuff like that, but they told me like, "Yo, you do you." Like
yeah,
like when they first like when I first smoked weed, my homie was like, "Yo, if you're gonna smoke weed. But if you don't want to, you don't have to.
yeah.
Like don't let peer pressure like let you like fucking do it. Like if you want to do it, if you want to try it, then you do it. But like if you
Mm-hmm.
don't, then just don't do it."
Mm-hmm.
Which was cool. But I'm lucky like the people around me were like not like they weren't bad people. Just say that.
Yeah,
They're
yeah,
they're very conscious of like because they were older as well, so they're very wise for like for being at that time
yeah.
and like not pushing pushing like younger people to like do something they don't want to.
Exactly.
Hmm.
Yeah.
That's why I'm still
That's
friends with them
real.
until today.
Yeah, that's real hood inspiration, man. That's real gang activity right there.
And it
And like Rio for being 42, like you grew up in a time where gangs was gangs, where gangs was out here ganging. So
Yeah.
you know you to, I mean you mean you didn't have discussions like you told me you was in, you didn't sing some stuff, you didn't, you know, doing some stuff, but you know to you know to be around it and to make it out of it, you know, is to, that's a testament. That's like to like not to like the people and the people you had around you, because I my cousins, a few of my cousins who and the same thing about you, a few of my cousins, they were around it, they was involved in it and they escaped
Mm-hmm.
it, you know what I'm saying,
Mm-hmm.
without even having to get jumped out or to like
Mm-hmm.
to die. They
Mm-hmm.
eased away, which was amazing because I done seen people die over
Yeah. I
this
mean,
gang.
for me, it started out trying to impress. You know what I'm saying? I wanted all that shit. I wanted all the smoke. I wanted all the women. You know what I'm saying? I wanted all the money. I wanted everything that everybody else wanted. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I felt so comfortable with it. But after a while, I started seeing how life, how fast life was moving, I should say. And that's what kind of like was like, and this is before the kids, because you know I ain't even had kids. I was 35, so uh, like I said, it was more so just impressive. Wanted, you know, want to be, I don't know, just genuine, you know what I'm saying, to all the homies, no matter who it
Yeah.
was. And then after a while, you start seeing that all the homies ain't really trying to be as genuine back, you know what I'm saying? Or they, like you were saying about, getting used for the pussy. Now you getting used for your services, period. You know what I'm saying? Dealing with some of the homies. Like, I was a klepto for a while, you know what I'm saying? I go in the store and with a coat on, I would come out of that joint about $30, $40 worth of, shit, you know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
niggas used to, take advantage of that. Come on, Rio, let's go to the store. You know what I'm saying? Or, oh yeah, it started out as, oh yeah, come on, be a lookout. You know what I'm saying? We finna go bust this move on the south side. And I'm being a lookout, not knowing that these niggas is, you know what I'm saying, stealing cars and shit. But this is all just to be solid with some niggas that I thought was my niggas.
Mhm.
You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? And after a while, you start realizing, like, just how I met you, Zoe. It was like I seen it in you. It was like the aura on you. You know what I'm saying? It was like, he's a good guy, and I got to be good. You know what I'm saying? I got to reciprocate that energy. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And just give it back to you. And that's why I couldn't let the other cat, you know what I'm saying, try to do you like that, because he was trying to do you, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that's on some other shit. But that's prime example. You can know somebody all your life, man. That don't mean that's your homie.
Yeah. True.
Now, I
True.
got lucky because everybody I've grew up with, well, they live in LA and I moved to
Yeah,
Milwaukee. So everybody I grew up in LA, pretty much all positive. Very
yeah,
nobody was ever fucking like trying to fucking fuck somebody over or fuck me over or anything. Since the moment we met, like they were punk, but that's on some like just like that's probably just them. They're that's
mhm,
how they act but every time we went to the store, everyone had their like $5 on them. Everyone buy their own stuff. Sometimes they'll be
mhm,
like, "Oh, I got you," but they'll never nobody be ever ask. No, like
mhm,
like luckily like everybody and to this day everyone's like grinding. Everyone's doing their thing. No, like I don't see anybody like I don't hear anybody of my other friends telling me like, oh, nah, like, we don't hang out with them anymore. They're still our homies. Like
yeah,
and like we like they will sometimes we will fight and shit like that, but it's on some like brother shit.
yeah,
So luckily I grew up like that. I grew up with friends that like were actually like were very decent people.
yeah,
Luckily I didn't have to like fucking ever deal with that kind of friendship with somebody that will like oh end up fucking you over or something. I got
yeah,
lucky.
man.
I try my best to be a real solid individual. I don't. Uh.
Mhm.
I don't. Uh. I would say I try not to use anybody. You know what I'm saying? And I got lucky to, with the group of friends that I got, what I'm saying, Lupe to be for example, we've known each other for over 10 years.
Which is
I've never,
crazy.
I know, right? I don't, I've never felt a way about either one of y'all, whether it's you, Victor, Eric, Phil, and it's always, it's been love since, you know, the, you know, the first initial meeting. So it's like, I'm to so I try to be as good as everyone else is to me. Like
Look,
with Rio, with you, for example, I would, what I'm saying, I initially terrified. You're a giant dude. So I was just terrified.
yeah,
And then like after conversating with you and just talking, I was like, this is someone I can actually see myself being legitimately cool with. And what I'm saying, just like that, you my dog. So it's like, or after a while you see the true intentions of people because the facade just kind of wear off. And with bro, it's like it was that. And then with a few more people that then came in and out of my life, like I say that, and I feel like I can put this into say this about a lot of other things. It's like after a while, the character that somebody puts on the character dies. So that's when either the friendship dies or the relationship dies or whatever the case may be. They fade away. That's how I look at it. You know what I'm saying? Because you can, no matter how genuine you are to somebody, they can either reciprocate it or they can not. So so that's why I try to give off as much positive. I try to come as genuine as I can, either because I know either they're gonna reciprocate the energy to me or it's not gonna last. You know what I'm saying? Because eventually it fades away if it's not gonna last. So it fades away. I know that the character wasn't genuine. So that's just how I look at people, and like I'm like I said, I'm lucky because like the ones I got, you know what I'm saying, the character they've never switched up, they've never changed. So, you know what I'm saying, that's why I feel like I lucked out. Like my peoples are open minded, they you know what I'm saying, they come with nothing but love and positive energy, you know what I'm saying?
I could be an
You
asshole
know,
sometimes, but you deal with
I
it.
mean, yeah, that's you.
But
And
I'm not. Yeah, but I'm not trying to. I'm not trying. I'm.
that's you. Like that's me too. But it's like, you know what I'm saying? It's always love at the end of it all. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of just what it is.
No,
So
like this is the quote I live by. It's from Tokyo Drift. It's pretty much look. It's pretty much like what we're talking about. It's when Han. You guys ever seen Tokyo Drift?
yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
So Han. This is when he's talking to the other dude. He's like, I have money. It's trust and character I need around me. You know, who you choose to be around you lets you know who you are.
Yep.
Yeah. And then it ends up with like one car in exchange of knowing what a man is made of. That's a price I can live with. But it's pretty much like the people that you surround yourself is pretty much what, like how people will see you.
Yep. You know who told me that one time, though? My wife. That's why I fuck with her, man. I'm like, man, you a keeper.
Like, man, listen, that my boy lucked out. Married, man. Later on in life, but still married. Married
And
with the
sometimes you
baby.
gotta wait.
Yeah. I can't wait for that moment. I can't even lie to you.
I
I
could
can't.
wait, to be
I
honest.
I mean, yeah, I can wait, but it's like I'm looking forward to it. You know what I'm saying? To come to hear like, baby, my baby's home. You know what I'm saying? The roast is out the oven. You know what I'm saying? Some cute stuff like that. I can't. That moment to me, it's gonna be wonderful.
Yeah, man. Just keep screening them, man. And, you know, but just know that ain't shit perfect. Okay.
No cap. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You know, so some of that shit you're gonna have to accept, but yeah, keep screening.
The
Just
minute she
keep
put her finger in my face, it's game over. We're gonna go to blows in the Target parking lot. You ain't finna be bullying on me.
listen here.
The minute I get, that's what I've been saying. It's like, nah, you gotta go. You're not about to put your finger in my face. Nah, that's
You the
good.
one gonna bust your windows. That's the one
Mm-hmm.
who's gonna bust your windows.
Windows, break my PlayStation. Tell them a lot of the cops and say I was beating. Like, nah, nope, not I.
No,
Mm-hmm.
that get it short. Like one of my homie's brother, when I was like maybe 12 or something like that, he had an ex girlfriend that when they broke up, she came back like 2 days later and pretty much busted his whole car and just I think rolled like bitch or something.
Wow.
This
So
is
please
literally
tell me he was
the
parking.
night before it all happened. His car was fine. He was parked right next to the dumpster, perfectly fine. The next morning, just walk out the house and just all fucked up.
So
And then
just
he told,
press
and then
charges.
my homie told us. No, funny part about that is like a month later, she was getting chased by the cops, and then she ended up behind the apartment building that we lived at, like barefooted. And then
So she did.
so she got not only did she bust my homie's brother's car because they broke up. I don't know what she was doing, but she got chased by the cops. And I don't know how she was crazy.
That's crazy.
At that point, she was crazy.
That's crazy.
It's like, damn, you
Hey.
like the car. Okay, she's crazy. And then the next month, you just see her getting chased by the cops, literally in the building area that we're at. Just like, okay, she is crazy. She's definitely crazy.
Absolutely
Like
insane.
there's no
Ridiculous
fact.
and I love her.
Oh no, I don't.
Real quick.
We never heard of her again.
Never. But real quick, in the same when I texted you and with put in the group chat the other day. Listen, I'm a big fan of beautiful celebrities, but listen, this one just hit kind of different. The fact that Cindy Crawford just gave birth to a beautiful human, like I don't know who the man was, but her daughter is an absolute bombshell. Same thing with Johnny Depp's daughter, uh,
Isn't it like
Zoe
Lisa or
Kravitz,
something?
huh?
Isn't her name Lisa or something?
Who?
I don't know.
Zoe
Johnny Depp's
Kravitz.
daughter.
Johnny Depp. No, her name is Lily.
Oh, wrong L.
Yep. That listen. I
That
can't.
was
This is why I say I want this to be the biggest thing that I do. I cannot wait to get all the necessary equipment, but I want to get an exclusive deal with Apple Podcast with this podcast because when I get on, me and Selena Gomez are gonna make the most beautiful babies. We are gonna make the most beautiful children, and so like. Oh, it's
You know
gonna be
she's from
great.
Texas, right?
Yes, and she's so thick. She's so thick. I just want to lick everything chocolate off her. But yeah, man, like man, I don't know. All I know is like for some reason I have just been looking at because I didn't know that Johnny Depp had a daughter until
Oh, he definitely had a child.
I googled it.
You know how much he probably fucks? He definitely at least had one child.
He might have more than one.
No, he definitely has more than one. But I'm
Yeah,
saying
Edward
like,
Scissorhands
he
money.
definitely had a fucking child.
Yeah, that dude was a fiend. But
Really?
yeah, that fool was a fiend. Like, yeah, Edward Scissorhand money. What was it? What else was he doing? He what
Was
is
that
it?
Beetlejuice?
No, he wasn't Beetlejuice. Wasn't he in wasn't he Jack Skellington?
Maybe.
Wasn't he what? I don't know how to get to the safari.
He was fucking. That's what
he was
you're trying
a
to get
wild
to.
man. But yeah. And he was with wasn't he with Winona Ryder?
He was fucking, bro. I don't know.
Listen,
He was
I
with
don't know.
many women. I don't know.
Listen, but Winona back in the day was cold as a mug too. I don't really know where I got this conversation point from, but it felt
You're
good.
horny. That's where that came from.
Need to get it out.
That's where that came from.
But oh man, Rio,
Did you freeze or?
did you freeze?
I don't know if that's his face.
Oh no, I think
No, yeah, he froze.
he froze. But
Hold up.
well, I guess on that note, we can end it right
He
here.
was shell shocked from what you're talking about.
Maybe so.
He froze.
But on that note, I guess we can end it right here.
With him frozen.
Appreciate my boy Rio for coming through, Young Blade Brown. Literally, you never got to anything you wanted to ask. I don't know if you had questions, but we were just talking.
He's literally frozen. He's frozen in like a position of like a picture.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it froze. So we're gonna go ahead and end it right here. Appreciate y'all for watching, listening. Hopefully we get that exclusive deal with Apple Podcasts because I really want to get that done. But yeah, man, this has been the Word on This Key podcast. I go by the name of VersaceLaz. This is G Lupe. I appreciate y'all so much. Follow me on Instagram at VersaceLaz. Peace.